Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Mike 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter in. That's what they're hoping. Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50 seconds to Mike.
Play action. It's Newton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That's it. 780. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 8. 57. Let's go. So don't say nothing.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Wild field. 50 seconds. Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Great. 8. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down. Gun.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
35's the mic. Rabbit. That's rock now.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 63 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ask them what do they know. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
Well, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
31's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the 27, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to...
Hey, playing around.
34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Coleman. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here goes.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
Gun.
Newton to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So here's Greg Zerl. Goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Zerl. Hits the Bears in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Baby.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team.
Yeah, the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. Come off the ball. Showing it. Slam.
8, 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. This is Grant. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch the run. Check 50.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's Coleman here, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
We gotta score.
Out in front, and he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Touchdown, move the clock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's our time. No. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll run it with Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Lucky. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Short. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you.
Here's Murray from midfield. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the toss, here's Johnson pushing through the contact. And he got
all the
blown
way
up,
backwards
losing
like that,
yardage
God.
on the play
Get the
back at the
fuck outta here.
44.
He's not even good, bro. I fucked that. I threw 2 picks. I'm gonna come back though. I get ball half. I gotta score a touchdown.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
31's the mic. Go. Jack Rabbit. 31's the mic. Switch up. Boom. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
31's the mic. Let's go. 31's the mic. All day, just like that. Go. Watch the twist. 31's the mic. Go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them a touchdown their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Gun.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready? 57. They can't hang with us. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, here we go.
On first down, it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now those last two plays. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation. They find them.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
31's the mic. I'm here all day.
Sex so good. Do you remember? Hey. Do you remember? Whoa.
31's the mic.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time in a row.
Like that, bro?
Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to play him out.
Get the
but
fuck out of here, man.
The patience level isn't quite
That is
there.
some bullshit.
He's going to make some real adjustants, or the backup may see some time.
Right there, though.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
I threw the ball right in Isabella's hands, nigga. He just takes it out of it. Come on, son.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And it'll be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Mike's 57.
From the red zone now, Newton steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Cam Newton in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites the team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
We're going out with a fight, though.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
This shit crazy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Coleman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Right to the 3. Gun. Here I come again. Let's 57. 57's mine. Gun.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 57 Mike. Army. Say. Great. Kill. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Great.
Dick up the side.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the number that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, screenplay, Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You can't block me. Strong right, strong right. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 31's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the crossing route, complete. That's Bird. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 2nd down, here's an option. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, touchdown, Chicago! Will Fuller, 41 yards. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Fuck.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
20.
Newton. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Coleman now. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan. But now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They go back to Grant, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him.
Persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line.